A Roland Emmerich movie. Not exactly a good selling point nowadays, is it? The Patriot. So The Patriot is a Roland Emmerich movie starring Mel Gibson as Benjamin Martin. He is a southern plantation owner now who apparently doesn't own slaves, but they're there, I guess. But anyway, he has been to war before. He has been in the French and Indian War, or the 7-Year War, whatever you want to call it. He has done brutal things, and he doesn't want to see war ever again. At least he did until Jason Isaacs shows up and burns down his home, threatens his family, and kills one of his kids. That, and also his older son had joined the Revolutionary War, and he still wants to go back. He still wants to go back to the army after everything that happened. So Mel Gibson has to go in and protect his older son. His older son, Gabriel, played by Heath Ledger, has got to be one of the best performances in the movie. Heath Ledger really knew how to be a really good actor. I keep thinking that he's still alive. He's not. This has got to be one of his best movies until The Dark Knight when he played the Joker. So yeah, give credit where credit's due. And Jason Isaacs in this movie, I've always known Jason Isaacs to play like a bad guy or a douchebag, whatever. In this one, he is both of that, really. A lot of people say that this movie is historically inaccurate due to the fact that they make the English look like complete bad guys, locking people in houses, shooting innocent people, or burning down buildings and whatnot. I see mostly Jason Isaacs' character do that in this movie. He's a very brutal person. There was even a scene where he locks people in one building and burns the whole thing down with everyone inside. So he's not exactly a favorable villain. In fact, he's one of those villains that we're hoping that our good guy at the very end would finally take out. So that's one of the reasons why we watched the entire movie. Another reason to watch this movie has got to be the cinematography and the way they construct the war scenes and whatnot, because the Revolutionary War was famous for their militia and guerrilla warfare. And as the strategy goes, General Cornwallis of the English is in the South, and if he hits north, he will surround George Washington, and that will be the end of the Revolutionary War. So it's up to Benjamin Martin and Gabriel Martin to start a militia to attack their supply lines or whatnot by using guerrilla warfare, so to keep General Cornwallis in the South, which is actually a brilliant strategy when you think about it. And I like the fact that they did play out that stuff in this movie. The guerrilla warfare, the militia, a lot of stuff that I've heard talk whenever I hear about the Revolutionary War. It's all here, and it's all filmed in a great way. Some of the war battle scenes have got to be the best moments that Roland Emmerich has ever filmed. I mean, there is one scene when his kids hear cannon fire outside the house. They run out, and then there's just blasts coming from the trees, soldiers running out, there's fighting going on. It's got to be one of the best war scenes that I've probably ever seen, ever. Because it just has that realistic feeling like it could be just outside your house. And not to mention the ambush scene that Mel Gibson and his kids do in one scene. That also can be accurate because a colonial definitely would have taught his kids how to shoot a gun, and he would know the territory that he lived on a lot better than the English. So give credit where credit's due. There are some moments where they glorify America a little too much, especially when Benjamin is carrying the American flag, riding a horse, and they're all cheering it on and whatnot. And I mean, I wasn't born 250 years ago, so I don't really know what the war was really like, but I'm pretty sure it did happen. It's just they did it a little bit too much, if you catch my drift. So I gotta say, The Patriot, it's okay. It's not as good as Braveheart, which is another independent movie fighting against England and whatnot, but it's still a very memorable movie. And another thing I really liked about this movie, I forgot to mention this, it's the soundtrack. John Williams, when you put him in a seat and tell him to write a soundtrack for a movie, he will give you one of the best soundtracks ever. I can't name a movie where he hasn't done a really good soundtrack, and this one is no exception. So The Patriot is definitely worth watching and definitely worth owning on DVD. So guys, The Patriot, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.